Greetings and salutations. A week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video doing a let's build. It'll be in the let's build section, and it was a let's build of this tank, a Leman Russ Eradicator. There are lots and lots of versions of the Leman Russ. This, I would say, is my favourite one, really. But in most games it's not entirely going to help you. It's mainly an anti-infantry tank. So this is a Leman Russ Eradicator, equipped with a Nova cannon, which is the main gun here, and I've also given that it's for urban warfare and taking on large numbers of enemy infantry, I've equipped it with a set of flamers and a heavy bolter, which is pretty good for when you're taking on infantry. So it's not going to be much use against an enemy tank, but it could be. Given the way the rules work, if you roll sixes you damage a tank, so even with pistols technically you can damage tanks. So yeah. Then again, you can bring down a £2 million aircraft with a flying chicken, so I suppose a pistol could technically damage a tank. I mean, technically. So this is the Eradicator, all fully painted up. I did the video on how to build it before, and I thought I would just add this to our list of tanks I've done. So the Eradicator carries a Nova cannon, which I discussed in the video when I did the build. The Nova cannon is really an anti-infantry or anti-masonry cannon. So you use it for taking out enemy bunkers, troops in bunkers and trenches, primary or buildings. Primary reason for this is it's a Nova cannon, so it fires a type of plasma which does damage, not particularly to buildings, but it will kill the troops inside. So that's really what you're aiming at. So you're taking on barricaded troops. You can they don't get the cover save. It's only strength 6, so not really a tank hunter. It's AP -2, so not really a tank hunter, but that's pretty good against anything guard, like anything Imperial Guard will bite if you fire this gun at them. And damage D3, which again isn't too bad, especially given that it's got D6 shots, so that's pretty good. That's it. Best case scenario, that's what, 18 damage? Yeah, 18 damage, best case scenario. That could do a hell of a lot of damage to an enemy infantry formation. And not only that, given that you're using this in quite close range, you're going to be within 24, no, it's within 36 inches, so relatively close range. It's not as good as the Demolisher cannon, but it's going to do a lot of really bad damage to enemy infantry. I would add to that the firepower of the flamers. 2 heavy flamers are going to do a lot of damage. They hit automatically. Troops in trenches and stuff, again, are not going to be of any use, and your heavy bolter is just there to give you a little bit of firepower, taking out enemy tank hunters and things like that. So anything that could really threaten your tank that's infantry based, that's what your heavy bolter's there to clear out. So that's relatively useful. So the tank itself is a standard Leman Russ pattern. I've already done that in the Leman Russ section. So it's been around for quite a while and is the mainstay of most Imperial Guard armies. As I've already mentioned, I'm going to be organising my Steel Legion around primarily Leman Russ tanks, but I'm going to have sort of 2 to 3 Leman Russ standard tanks with a battle cannon, and one of these as a support tank, which is relatively, I think, would give me the firepower I need to take on the enemy, and also the ability to take on lots of enemy infantry and stuff like that. So when I finish building this tank platoon, which will consist of 3 standard Leman Russers, 1 Eradicator, and 1 the heavy one with the battle cannon. So I will show you that when I get it done. But just for now, that is the painted model from the video I did before. Not a really brilliant paint job, it's just, I can't really do much with it. It's supposed to be snow camouflage, so I just did it snow camouflage. Yeah, Space Marine tanks you can sometimes have more fun with, but even then I tend to just paint them the colour of the Space Marine Legion. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Imperator Vespasian. Click like and leave any comments you feel like leaving, and that's me done. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.